Hello everyone. So for today we're going to do some sketching and model making. So the first thing we need is our sketch pad, and we'll open it up on a new page. So firstly we need a title. So title is sketch a design idea suitable for a coffee table. So basically is our design idea is going to be around a coffee table. So the best thing to do now is, what's the first thing that comes to your head? So what I do is design one. So just get your pencil and just start sketching. The importance of sketching now before our model making is very important. Just get a feel for how it's going to look. What we're going to use, a square top or round top, what sort of legs. Incorporating in what type of legs. I have rounded legs there. Obviously they all have to be rounded, like so, and a bit of hidden detail over here, so we'll use broken lines down. That's our hidden detail. That's my design idea one. So basically our top could be maple legs, oak and giant method, mortise and tenon. There's our first design. Very important to be able to come up with multiple designs. So my second design idea 2. I'm going to change up my whole shape. So I'm going to go, remembering it's freehand sketching, so I'm going to go for a rounded top. Very different to our sketch over here. Making sure to try and keep it as 3D as you can. Very important to be able to show what exactly you're making. So again, our hidden detail. Very important to show hidden detail. And show all the parts of our table. Obviously this is another end part here. So basically we do the same again, what we're going to make it out of. So oak top, and then a maple leg, and our joints are just, they're going to be butt joints here. So this has been butted on here, and this is just butted on up here. So important to write down what type of joint you're using. So now we have our design. So basically between the two ideas, they're very different. Design one is square with cylindrical legs, giant method, mortise and tenon, use of maple and oak. For the second design, I've kept the same wood species, oak and maple, but I've changed up the shape. So I'm incorporating in a round circular top and a different type of a joint method, which is a butt joint. So for my model making and my trial and error, I'm going to try out my second design, which is here. So this is, you simply need cardboard, scissors, masking tape, ruler if needed, compass to make my circle, or I can use the center of here. And that's all we need. Oak is a brown coloured timber, and maple is a whitish coloured timber. So we have our two contrasting colours, which is important for our model. We can see how they look together, if it matches, if it doesn't. That's the importance of a model. One thing I want to point out though, we will be using scalpel, scissors to cut our cardboard, compass to point on our compass. Make sure to keep our hands away from the blade. So when it's cutting, it's away. Hold and it's away. So if we look back at our example design, the top of it's going to be oak. So this is, we're going to use our brown cardboard, and we're going to cut in a circle. So since we're doing a model, best thing, I'm going to try and get it as best a circle I can. So just using my compass from TechGraph and Graphics, remembering to keep our hands well away. The benefits of model making is to be able to see how a project or an object looks together. If it looks well, if it doesn't look well. So take your time cutting out, remembering our hands away from the blade, remembering where they are at all times. This activity is very much orientated towards model making and within design process. So now we have the top of our table. The next part we must do is our legs. So I'm going to use my ruler. Legs are going to be out of maple, so I'll have my white. I'll use my smaller piece for convenience. So basically, from my design, my legs were in a shape like this. Remembering it is a model, we're trying to find out different ways, different strategies. So it doesn't have to be correct, it doesn't have to be right. So now what we do is we cut out our legs. Very important to show some sort of a contrast. That's why I found some white cardboard and some brown cardboard. Hence the reason of my choice of wood species. Like so. Now, one trick that I like to use, if you don't have a scalpel, is to put our scissors like this, keeping our hands away from the blade, well away and go easily across, nice and slowly. And you can start to see that it's chopping through. Take away our hands, and now we can do the same on this side, just to get the finish cut through. And there we have it. There's one part of our legs for our project. The next thing we must do now is, the legs are the exact same shape. So what we do here, we can trace. We want to keep the legs the same size, same dimensions. It's very important to show that everything is the same. There's a rough outline of my legs, making sure to keep everything intact. And then we can simply, using our scissors, keeping our hands away from the blade at all times, we can now cut out our legs. We can put any waste cardboard away, remembering paying attention to our traced lines, remembering the skills we're learning here also. Skills in model making. The skills that we gain from our design ideas, the first designs that come into our head for this process. The most important step is the sketching. The reason for making a model is to be able to show your wood technology teacher what you want to make according to the brief title. So now we have our two legs, like so. So what we must do now is get our scissors again, and we're going to cut a little slit in the middle of our legs, making sure our hands are away from our blades again, like so. So now what we must do here, we have to get this to go down, so we have to cut out of this side. Remember not to rush, to take our time. Model making takes time. Different ideas come about. There you can see we have to go another little bit. So just cut down another touch. Remembering again, keeping fingers away from the blade. Very important. Sometimes you have to use different objects too. To get our shape. And now there we have our legs. We can put away our equipment. And there we go. There is our table. As you can see, the models are always finicky. So from our sketches, as you can see here, we have a round top which is out of oak, and we have our legs. As you can see, there's an angle like so, and I cut a little slit here, this leg here in our sketch. We place it down here, and like that we have our table, our model project. We have our oak top and our maple legs and our butt joints and cross halving. We have a cross halving joint here in the middle as well, so also write down cross halving. So basically, there is our model of our table. Like so.